Let's cross now to London. Joining us is former Reform UK candidate Myuran Senthilnathan. Myuran, great to see you as always. Wow, so many things happening in London at the moment. You've got some idiot climbing up Big Ben or Westminster Palace waving a Palestinian flag. There we go, we can see him up there now. We've got all sorts of something which disturbed me, I have to say, incredibly, which was the way King Charles seems to be pandering to the Muslim community above all others. Myuran, how fractured is British society at the moment between, I guess, the Muslim community and the non-Muslim community?
Yeah, well, good to be with you. But you brought up King Charles, and it's interesting. It highlights a really important thing that's going on between Islam and Christianity. The monarch is traditionally the defender of the faith, and that faith is Christianity. Yeah. But King Charles kind of evolved that statement, that term, to defenders of the faiths, plural, meaning all faiths. But I think he doesn't really understand the theology. I mean, Islam believes that Christ is merely a prophet and not a divine incarnation. And to think of Christ as a divine incarnation, which is the centerpiece of Christianity, is blasphemy. And unless you're a liberal Muslim, quite an open-minded Muslim, for most Muslims, it's a blasphemy. So I don't think King Charles understands the theological confrontation and conflict between Christianity and Islam. And I think what's happened is Islam and Christianity, religion in general, has been racialized. And what I mean by that is Islam is seen by the liberal elite in particular as being the religion of brown people. And Christianity in return is seen as the religion of white people. Now, we all know that religion, the left doesn't really have principles. What they have is a hierarchy of minorities. And at the top of that hierarchy is the brown man. And so therefore, Islam, what we're seeing is Islam being getting special privileges and Christianity effectively being sidelined. And that's what we saw with King Charles. We saw him packing dates for the iftar celebrations for ending Ramadan. We saw him having a prayer session at Windsor Castle. But at the same time, not a single mention about Ash Wednesday, about Lent, about Christianity in general. We have Keir Starmer, our Prime Minister, who addresses a whole Muslim congregation saying that this Ramadan time is particularly difficult for you because of what's going on in Gaza. But at the same time, not mentioning anything about Christianity or indeed the slaughter of Christians across the world. And so there is a two-tier religious system that seems to be going on. And it's quite sad to see that Christianity and the Church of England, which should be really the kind of strength and the backbone of a nation, is actually being sidelined and almost brushed under the carpet because it's fashionable, its diversity is our strength to promote Islam and Muslims in general.